I had $10 in my purse, and my daughter couldn't breathe. Quick Care Pharmacy in Riverton hummed like a beehive under those fluorescent lights, and the screen at the counter blinked $300 like it was saying, "Calm down, lady, that's just math," except it wasn't math to me. It was air, it was Luna's little chest, pulling tight with that thin whistle I can hear in my sleep. "I'm sorry," the pharmacist. Marisol said, kind eyes kinder than her policy. "Albuterol with the spacer is 312 with your plan." And behind me a woman in a perfect tennis outfit sighed, the kind of sigh meant for an audience. "Some of us have to get back to work," she said, and a guy in a crisp shirt tossed. "There's a cheaper one by First Aid, like a child gasping. Is a coupon problem." I asked about payment plans, discount cards, manufacturer coupons. Anything, please. I had a wrinkled 10 and some change and 3 days until payday. Marisol's shoulders didn't move. "I truly wish I could, but we can't. Policy and liability, the two tallest walls in America, you know what I mean?" I called the insurer right there. Thumb shaking got the hold music from dentist hell. "Have you tried the generic?" The rep read. "Appeals take 6 to 8 weeks, and Luna's lips were bleaching at the edges while people behind me shuffled like I was the traffic. The manager came over with that management smile and said, "We can't hold up the line." And that's when the man in the blue suit cleared his throat. He'd been quiet, tall, late 30s, jaw like a decision. He already had. A little white pickup bag, but hadn't left. Our eyes met. And I saw it wasn't pity, it was anger, the kind that knows exactly where to aim. He stepped to the register and said, "Ring up the prescription, all of it," I told him. "I can't let you, because pride has a loud voice. Even when your kid is wheezing." He shook his head. "Your daughter needs to breathe. That's the only problem. Set right now, let me solve this one." He paid with a black card like people do on TV. I gave Luna 2 puffs, counted with her the way the nurse taught us, watched the color return to her mouth, like sunrise, and my knees almost went. "Thank you," I told him. "Because what do you say to someone who just bought your kid air?" "I'm Evan," he said, like this was normal life, handed me a card. Northlight Systems, and added, "If you can swing it, call me Monday morning. We're hiring, and you've got grit. That's the skill I can't teach, yeah." That happened. I Googled him after Luna fell asleep. Cracked laptop, cracked life. There he was on the About page, Evan Drake, founder and CEO. Foster kid turned coder, turned boss. Photos of him at tech events, looking like he sleeps more than 4 hours a night. Monday, I called with church dress confidence and thrift store shoes. His assistant Nadia slid me onto the calendar like it was nothing. And at 2 o'clock, I was in a glass tower I used to mop at night. Evan didn't sit me across a throne of wood. He pulled 2 chairs to a window that made the river look patient. "No trick questions," he said. "Tell me how you think." When it's hard, we talked about bus routes and double shifts and Luna's inhaler, the way I've learned to make $1, du Cirque du Soleil. Then the door opened, and the first real antagonist of my new chapter walked in, Kendra Shaw, CFO suit, like a verdict. "We're mid-quarter," she said to Evan. "Not to me, we don't have time for vanity hires." Evan's eyes didn't blink, Kendra. "This is Maya Brooks, if she's in." "I want her in," her gaze slid across me like a scanner at checkout. "Degrees 2 semesters of community college," I said. Then life references, if you don't mind late-night janitors swearing. I never miss a corner of her mouth. Tried to be a smile but changed its mind. "Optics matter," she said, and left it hanging. Evan looked at me and said, "The salary is $92 to start real health insurance training. It's intense and real." I said yes with my voice and my bones. Those first weeks, I learned Northlight, like I'd been born bilingual. Nadia taught me calendar triage with gentle brutality. I figured out who answers on first ring and who needs a text first, who's allergic to peanuts and who's allergic to honesty. Michael in engineering slid me the legend of the good pens. Lisa in marketing showed me where the office plants go to die. Not everyone clapped. Trevor from finance muttered fast. Pass once like I'd cut the line at a roller coaster. I heard it and let the work talk back. Then 3 weeks in my phone, said school nurse, and all the blood in my body stood up. Luna had a flare. She's stable but needs to be picked up. Evan was in a Berlin video call when he saw my face, told the screen, I have to step out, handed me his keys. Blue room is ready. Nadia made soup appear like a magician. We tucked Luna onto a company couch with a movie and those tiny crackers that tell a kid you're safe. Kendra passed the open door, took it all in like a spreadsheet, said, nothing kept moving. I saw her see us. One late Thursday, we were deep in a board deck that needed story, not just charts. At 9:30, we raided the break room for pretzels and sat by the window, where the city looks like it packed its own lunch. Luna's dad, he asked, is he around? I told him the short version. Wrong door, wrong man. I kept the baby. He kept walking. Evan's jaw did that quiet anger again. I'm sorry, he said. Then told me about foster homes and sleeping on couches and deciding he was going to build something. No one could take. We didn't make it a therapy session. Just a simple exchange that made the air easier to breathe. The picnic came. Nadia's wife roasted me at cornhole. Michael's twins decorated my cheeks with sparkles. Evan spent hours with Luna at the bounce house, and people watched us with those soft, speculative smiles that say nothing and everything. Rachel, who used to be Evan's assistant, leaned in and told me, he never stays this long, ever. And I tried to play it cool. He's everyone's boss. Sure, she said, like someone who'd already read the ending. The twist showed up in a thunderstorm, the kind that turns streets into creeks and sends phone alerts in all caps. My home's 10 minutes away above flood zones, Evan said. Come shelter. My pride tilted its head. My common sense nodded. His house looked like a magazine but lived like a home, warm wood, a kitchen that has seen real meals. He boiled pasta and let Luna tear basil leaves like confetti. Then we wandered into a library that made her gasp, like Beauty and the Beast, she whispered. I hope I'm less moody, he laughed. We tucked her into the guest room and sat by the fire, storms outside, truth inside. I don't know how to do this, he said, voice low. I've never had feelings for someone who works right next to me. My heart did a small, scared thing, and a bigger, brave one. Me neither. I said I won't risk my job and I won't risk my kid, so we write the rules, he said. We tell HR set boundaries. Your job is your job, no matter what. And we go slow. That's exactly what we did. HR moved my reviews under a different exec at work. We were clean at home, we were spaghetti on Tuesdays and Lego on Saturdays. Trust multiplied like interest you actually understand. 8 months after the pharmacy, he drove me to the pharmacy, yeah. Full circle is a choice. Inside there were flowers by the counter. Mrs. Alvarez in her Sunday sweater, Marisol tearing up and pretending it was dust. Luna in a yellow dress bouncing on her toes. Evan took my hands and said, This is where I watched a mother fight 5 kinds of brick wall without losing her dignity. This is where I got to do the thing I say I believe in. He went to one knee ring. Simple, promise, not simple. Maya, you and Luna are the best thing that's happened to me. I want forever to look like soup in the blue room and board decks that actually tell the truth and library mornings. Will you marry me? I said. Yes, because all the no's in my life led to that. Yes, we married small in his library, string lights and vows I meant in my teeth. Luna walked ahead of me in green and took her role like she'd trained for it. We danced behind the house and I thought, look at that, we built a life from a wrinkled 10 and a stranger's choice. If that's where you want to fade out, I get it, but here's the part that turned the comments section into a bonfire. A week after the wedding, a blog with 3 consonants in the name posted a headline that bit hard. Did the CEO buy a family or break the rules? They had a cropped HR memo and a photo of our engagement flowers, and none of the context. A few shareholders wanted a conversation about optics and governance. Kendra handed us a packet, like a weather alert. "Storm watch," she said, but then she poured me water before the meeting started and said quietly, "I was wrong about vanity hires. Michael's team shipped a release named Luna. That Friday patched a bug, choking small businesses," the commit note said. "For the kid who reminded us, air matters that won't hit the front page. But that's the work, slow, unphotogenic, real." A reporter emailed me last night. "Do you think Evan saved you, or do you think you saved each other?" I stared at the cursor and typed, "I think kindness is a two-way bridge, and sometimes the person on the fancier side still has to walk across." I haven't hit send. Maybe I want to hear it from you first. Was he right to step in at that counter, or does it cross a line that makes you uneasy? Where's the line between help and power, between policy and decency? Have you watched a rule get used as a shield while somebody needed air? Right now, tell me your story. In the comments, push back if you need to share. If someone you love has been on either side of that bridge, and if you believe a $10 moment can change a whole future. Tap, like, subscribe, and let's talk about what fairness actually looks like when the line behind you is sighing and a kid needs to breathe.